Let's go.
Oh no.
Let's go. Let's go.
If she eating
Welcome
ice
to
cream, I
Black
can
Girls
smoke on the
Talk,
air.
everybody.
No,
Yes.
no,
Y'all ready,
no,
Black
Miss Quinn, you
girls?
don't have on your mask, Miss Quinn. You don't.
I'm the chief troublemaker. You already know. I'm the chief troublemaker.
A girl right there.
Welcome to Black Girls Talk. I am so happy to see all you beautiful ladies. Thank you for participating in Black Girls Talk. First of all, I would like to say, what's up, Brownie? Tell everybody who you are, Brownie, real quick. You are on my left.
Hey, Brownie Marie, multimedia journalist, founder of lifeentertainmentnews.com. Holler at me, Brownie Marie on Instagram.
Lady Luck, let everybody know who you are.
My name Lady Luck. I'm a porn star.
I can't.
Trust me. I'm a writer, rapper, songwriter, television writer, producer. I'm just extremely blessed with a lot of talent. God has given me extraordinaire wherever you put me at. I don't need instructions. I'll figure it out. If I fuck it up, I'll just do it again. But I am a talent from God.
Yeah.
Amen. All right. Zena, tell everybody who you are.
Zena or Sheena?
Zena. Sheena's
okay,
late.
just checking because last time I jumped, I was like, oh, it wasn't me. Hey, everybody. My name is Zena Vasquez. I'm an independent artist based in New York City. I also have a foundation called the A to Zena Foundation, where we provide financial literacy and business training development to anyone who wants to be in the performing arts.
And you're low. I can't hear you too much. You're real low.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Okay.
Sheena, tell everybody who you are. You're on mute. You unmute yourself.
And you eating ice cream and ain't sharing it.
I'm stingy. I don't like sharing.
Oh.
When it comes to ice cream. My name is Sheena. I am the owner of SQ Productions, LLC, which is a boutique marketing and PR firm, as well as production for events. And I also own Mind and Movement Dance Academy, where we choreograph and also teach health literacy in the Mount Vernon City School District, Yonkers Public School District, as well as music videos. And then I also manage my 2 musicians' children, who are annoying, but they're talented and truly gifts from God. I play, between the 2 of them, they play about 8 instruments. So, yeah, mommy's always busy. And then I also have my PR clients, so.
Miss King, tell everybody who you are.
I'm a hairstylist from Jersey. I'm just happy to be here to talk about the current events because I'm excited and passionate. I love my Black sisters, so I appreciate you guys. And I want to see you guys again. Lady Luck, I am definitely going to be in the building. I love free shit.
I'm sorry, what happened? I'm screaming at my nephews. What happened? No, Miss King, didn't we meet before? You look super familiar.
Yes,
right?
I used to do a radio show back in the day.
And I came through.
Yeah.
Like a real nigga, okay?
KC, tell everybody who you are.
Award-winning celebrity fashion stylist, Mamante Mondays on DTF, the product placement queen. That's me.
Naiha, tell everybody who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Naja Rahman. I run an advertising, marketing, and design agency here in New York. I also have an image and fashion consulting business as well.
My partner in crime, Janine, tell everybody who you are.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janine. I'm the founder and CEO of JSPR, which is a boutique public relations firm. And I'm also the co-founder of Black Girls Talk.
That's right. Sahida, tell everybody who you are. You're on mute, Sahida. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. My name is Saida O'Quinn. I'm the president of Saida Brows Incorporated. I specialize in brow shaping and brow microblading, and I train for brow shaping and brow microblading, and I'm a plus size model.
Miss
We
Jordan.
can't see her. No, hold up. Where'd she go? I can't see her. She gave me no plus size model. We can't see her. Where's she at?
Go to my Instagram.
No. That's not right. You made me put a wig on and everything. I ain't even got no makeup lashes on. Like, you gonna show yourself on here, man. You ain't gonna do that to me, man. Y'all made me put a wig on. I was in here with the scarf on and everything. Y'all trying to make me look halfway cute. You better show
where
yourself.
the wig at? Where is the wig? Under the hat?
Shut up, all right? Shut up. I got a
It
whole
looks
box
great.
full. Praise God. I got these. I got blonde. I got everything. These girls be sending me wigs all the time. God is good.
Oh my
You better
God.
show yourself.
Miss Jordan, tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Patrice Jordan. I am a mom and entrepreneur.
And you have other things going on. That's not your mom and just entrepreneur. You got more stuff going on.
I mean, too many to list. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna ride away with you guys tonight.
She's just being shy. She also does this fitness. What kind of fitness do you do?
So a little bit of a personal training as well. So like strength training.
All right, so don't be shy. This ain't no shy place. We are girlfriends talking.
I do that. I own a security, fire safety, and construction company. I'm in the fire safety field. I work as a fire safety director as well. I'm actually also now a brand ambassador for TLC, for Total Life Changes. And I'm also the brand new owner of a braiding bar in Bayonne, New Jersey. So not really much.
There we go.
I'm talking about. That's
there we go, sis. There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Black girl. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, everybody know who I am. I am Miss Penny. I am the founder of Black Girls Talk, and also just being me. That's it. Because I'm no longer doing PR. Period.
I didn't hear Miss Vasquez. Miss Vasquez didn't tell me what she do.
Oh, Miss Vasquez said she left. Didn't you say she hiding?
I'm an independent recording artist. My singles on the radio. Shout out to Lenny Green on WBLS. I have a foundation that provides financial literacy and business training development to anyone who wants to be in the performing arts. I did share the Instagram in our chat as well, so everybody can follow.
Fabulous. That's what I'm talking about. And we have other guests that just came in. Thank you, ladies. Other female guests that just came in to hear us talk. Now, basically, we're going straight into the conversation. We are going to talk about the racism, and we're going to talk about police brutality. Who would like to talk first? Don't be shy. Y'all was always talking before.
Well, I guess I can jump in too, and I wanted to say too that I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you first and foremost, Penny, for providing this platform for us and bringing us all together to have this conversation. I think that it is definitely a much needed conversation, and hopefully it will become a broader conversation outside of just us participating today. You know, you and I have known each other for some years now, and we have been doing this work for some years now. You know, I know the contributions that you have made to not only the community, but to the culture through your work as a PR professional, as well as we have sat together on panels. You know, we have done community service together, community outreach, and I think that this is so necessary. Like, we must continue to unify and to make sure that our voices are heard beyond just us, because right now we literally are preaching to the choir, right? But it's, you know, how do we take this discussion and continue to have that conversation with the rest of our family and our friends and our colleagues? You know, we have to get to a place where we are so comfortable being uncomfortable, because it's an uncomfortable situation. It's a situation that we have been in and we keep finding ourselves in time and time again. And quite frankly, I'm sure I'll speak for all of us, but I know that we are tired. Like, we are tired. I'm tired of having the conversation. I'm tired of trying to educate people who should be well aware by now about what is happening, in particular to Black people in the Black community. You know, we saw it with COVID, you know, which exposed all of the, you know, disparities within healthcare, within our communities, the lack of resources. I think, there's so much to talk about. So I don't even know where you want us to start to dive right in
We
to the
just dive it
conversation.
in. Going straight in. Because this is not like we're not being confined. Everybody has a voice. So if anybody who like to speak, just speak, because just don't talk over somebody else. That's all I ask. But everybody can speak. I think KC was on the train station and she was petrified. I mean, she was scared out of her wits. So
yeah,
go ahead.
I was on 34th Street when the looting started. I was coming out of Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was on the train coming back from radio about 10:30ish, and it was like over 50 kids just bombarded the train when it stopped on 34th Street. The conductor started screaming, "Get off the train, get off the train." And then they bypassed Fordham. I live up over there by Fordham. They robbed Ace the jeweler. They stole an ATM machine. Yeah, it was crazy.
$1,000, honey. $8,000. They live lovely.
So it's just crazy how, like you said, we started with COVID. Now we're worrying about the looters, and just like now we're on a curfew. It's just really crazy. And it's been like this for a very long time, minus the curfew and all these things. It's just really sad that every day we're like exceeding the wow factor from before. Like, it's just insane. I'm just like,
Lady
really
Luck, do you have anything to say behind that?
I like to consider myself a very open-minded, educated individual, and I normally think outside of the box. And I like to say that I study human behavior and understand human behavior. So when you said $8,000, honey, when you 20, 21 years old, you ain't able to hit the streets since March and get money like a hustler. $8,000, even between 4 people, is a lot of money. I know COVID is real because I've lost about 7 people since March. I'm gonna let y'all speak. I have, you guys. I want to hear where you guys are coming from. I need to get the temperature of the room before I start giving my opinions, because my opinions sometimes aren't the popular one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to express it. I don't have no problem doing that, but I just want to hear where you ladies are coming from, so that when I come back to what I'm saying, I can have bullets and points. But I definitely don't want to just open it up.
Open it up. This is
can I say something?
Go ahead, Sahida. Go ahead, Sahida.
Since all of this happened, from the COVID, actually kept everybody home for a long time, because police brutality been happening for years and years and years. But this time, everybody was really home, locked in, and really had the time to see the abuse that been happening. Because most of the time we are so busy in our own life, we hear the brutality, but we gotta focus on our kids, on our bills and everything, so we just protest a little and keep on and keep it moving. Now, from the research that I've done, the police department and the way they train their officers, they go to target kids from 14 to 21, and they have a what's it called? They literally have a goal per month. We as taxpayers, we pay the police department to take care of us, right? But guess what? We are the prey for them, and they're the predators. There's a video that you will see that there's cops literally that are minority cops that really spoke about this. They were interviewed about how they've been trained to literally go after minorities and young boys most of the time. So if you don't meet that goal, you're gonna go by poor neighborhoods, you're gonna go by LGBT community, all these kinds of different things where they say they don't have no power, and you go after them to really fulfill your goal. So the corruption starts from there, but literally these cops are pretty much following instructions from whatever is told to them too. So it comes from way to the top. And then now we as people have to suffer. You know, like I seen it all the time. They literally go after minorities, after the young boys, after from 14 to 21. And this has to stop. The only way it stops is that they have to change the system because it's highly corrupted. A lot of people don't want to, they're like, oh, but the young boys, they don't behave good, but everything have a source. Why do they behave in certain ways? Because the kids already afraid of the police. They don't see the police as somebody that's going to protect them. Just imagine teenagers going into the store and they already see the police like, nah, he gonna come after me. You know, you don't feel safe that he's gonna look out for you. Now, there's good cops and there's bad cops. So I don't like to put everybody under an umbrella, but this situation really is an eye-waking, you know, it's to open your eyes to understand that the only way this changes is to change the whole systematic and the how do you say that stuff, like how the legislation and who puts the laws and all this has to be changed, because it's literally to get them off the streets, send them to prison. It's a whole corporation. So we have to change it from that avenue. And don't even get started with the looting and everything, because I own a business. They went to my area where I have my business. And let me tell you something. Some people might like it or not. There's people saying, I don't like how the looters did. If they would have broken into my shop, I would, you know, for some reason I might be hurt, but not mad at the same time, because I also did research of how, you know, they came in 1920 and just burned down the whole Black Wall Street. You know, so it's like a lot of retaliation, which is violence is not the answer, but then everything has a cause and an effect. Cause and an effect. So if you don't want people to retaliate and do all of these things, then we have to go into the court and change the whole system. We have to wipe out the whole system. I was reading the Constitution from way back in the day, and the Constitution was saying, and we're not even educated to understand what is really happening. Black people, we was not looked as human beings at all. And it's still written on the Constitution that had been reevaluated, rechanged. So from that moment, when you go into the system, you already losing, you know, you already losing a lot from there, because we don't know the laws. We don't know how it operates. We ain't got no real money. We ain't got no real nothing. So in order for that to change, I didn't even know back in the days that Wall Street really started from Blacks. They were the one that built and created the whole Wall Street ideology when it was wiped out, and now we got Wall Street here in Manhattan. But nobody, you can ask a lot of people, do you know that Black people had Wall Street way before Wall Street came out, and they don't have that kind of power? And they bombed that whole thing. So now we focusing on, you know, when the looting, all of this is wrong. It is wrong, because at the end of the day, the banks don't get their money back off of the taxpayer. When you see they're gonna add a little penny and they're gonna make this,
hey, don't put me in this. Don't put me in this.
Mhm.
Don't put no little penny in there. I don't want to be a part of this. Don't put me in this.
So when you see it's like wrong, do not make a right. But we have to retrain people. We have to change the mindset of people. We have to learn about the laws, so the laws work beneficial for all of us. Now, like I always, yeah.
Sahida, I know you, girl. You can talk for hours. You good?
Sorry.
Can I hop in right quick?
Go ahead.
See, my name is Chanel Jones, and what Chanel Jones likes to do is I like to research things, right? So I'm the one who wants to know about the Council of Nicaea. I want to know where religion originated. I want to know where different practices and things originated. I want to know things. So like, and what Saida was saying, sis, we're not ever breaking the system. Just to be real with you, the system has been in place since Jesus was around. No, and I'm not joking. I'm not saying it as a joke. I'm dead ass serious.
I know, that's facts.
Jesus was crucified for going against the system. Now I know we all go for religious beliefs, poetic beliefs. We want to go pray and stuff, but Jesus was murdered because he went against the system. and everybody with him, after him, from John the Baptist to Tupac to everybody, whoever you want to talk about, who've gone against the system, they have been broken. Nobody's going to break the system. The only thing you can do is improve your position and how you operate within that system. So people have to understand the history of Black people and where we come from and how we got to where we are today, especially the Black American. So when we discuss racism, see, we all know about Nat Turner and how he turned up, and we know those stories, but we don't know that there was hundreds of revolts. See, what happens is they'll tell you in school that we were slaves, we came over here, we were docile, and we just gave up. Okay, we're going to, no, master, when you came over there to Africa and our brothers and sisters sold us out, and they also owe us reparations. When they sold, here's the thing, we're all not from Africa. The thing is, we were here before then, but if I tell you that you're from Africa, you have no rights to the land that I'm introducing you to. So therefore, systematic racism begins in school when they already telling you from a child that you came from racism. Meanwhile, my people came from discovering this land where people were already here. But anyway, I mean, I could go on for hours. Just like how you said, Saeed, could go on for hours. I could go on for hours.
I wanted to interject and say something too, bro.
Yeah. I'm coming to you, Young Tef. But see, let me just tell you what I see right now. I was on my prayer line this morning. I do on Saturdays. I give 3 to 4 hours to God. I do my prayer line for an hour, and then I'm on my Bible study for 2 to 3 hours. Lord have mercy, they can talk. But what I told them today is I'm appreciative of Donald Trump. Well, why you say that? Yeah, sit back, Saida. Let me break it down for you, baby. His slogan is "Make America Great Again." Whoa, what are you saying by that? Well, under Donald Trump, we are all revolting against police brutality. We're about to get things done that we never got done under our Black president that we love so much. Now, I'm not saying that I love Trump. What I am saying is whatever the devil meant for evil, God will make good. So even if he is here, hold up now, you're on the phone, an intelligent woman. I don't just spit 16.
Talk that shit.
I don't just spit 16. So what he is doing is making America look in the mirror. I never gave a fuck about migrants being in these concentration camps until Trump was in office. Now they will make it seem like he's the first one with it, but they was there under Bush, they was there under Obama, they was there under the other Bush, they was there under Clinton, they was there under Reagan. But we know about it now because Trump is involved. You get what I'm saying? There's things that happen with Donald Trump that there's so much going on behind the scenes that CNN is not going to tell you, that Fox News is not going to tell you. So while I look at him and I say, yes, he's not the most articulate man, but if y'all knew the things that he's doing, like trying to break our country away from the Federal Reserve. The last president who tried to break us away from the Federal Reserve was John F. Kennedy, and he was assassinated. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that the man is doing. I'm not saying I am a Trump supporter, and in November, we all want to get him out of office. I get it. But he is making America great again, whether he's purposely doing it or not. And it's not, again, he's making America great, period. Because now, for the first time in history, not for the first time in history, but for the first time in a long time, white people are waking up and saying, wait a minute, we need to unite. I'm seeing racist people like Logan Paul, who was in trouble for saying the N-word a year or two ago, and now he is sitting here saying, no, we need to do this. Whether people are doing it for because it's the cool movement, because I know a lot of artists and a lot of celebrities are getting down with it because it's the new thing to do, regardless of what your intentions are, it is helping our movement. I told them today on the prayer line, even Jesus had to be sacrificed and had to die so that we could live, and that so that we could be forgiven. So there are things that are happening right now that we have to experience for us to grow. And let me tell y'all something. None of this is coincidence. If you think COVID and race wars and quarantine and all of this is a coincidence, backing up, what they say, there's a saying that if it's too many coincidences, it's not a coincidence anymore. So what I would do is I would encourage people to just research more. Don't take what the news media is telling you. Don't take what social media is taking you. Like, I can't sleep at night. So instead of being in there scrolling for bad bitches, hey, sometimes Sometimes I'm in there and I'm more than likely I'm doing research to just the stupidest things. Where did white people got soul come from? Where did that terminology come from? I Google street names. I sit here and do research on Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posy. I can sit here and talk y'all heads off, and by the time y'all leave here, y'all have a different perspective on everything that's going on in the world, because you're not supposed to take what they're giving you at face value. There's 6 corporations who's running everything that you watch, from your news media, from the CIA is the ones who's running all of the movies since the movie industry was created.
It's deep, girl. It's deep.
You know what I'm saying? So sis, I'm here. So when y'all asking me things, I'm like, hey, look, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, yes, Black Power. Yes, Black Power is real. Because you got to understand that you're God. Why are you God? 666. All of us are 666. Why are you 666? 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons. That is every Black American's makeup. Every Black person on earth makeup. Why do they hate you? Well, asshole, because you got melanin and you don't even know what you are. Melanin is sold for $363 an ounce right now. How can you sell melanin? So then you wonder why all your children are disappearing and nobody's talking about it, because these people are drinking it when it's called adrenochrome or whatever it's called. I'm going to go on mute and I'm going to let y'all say what y'all say.
Listen, I didn't want to cut you guys.
Let me go on mute. Let me go on mute.
I just want to welcome, guys.
Wait, she is Sahida. King wanted to talk and then Brownie wanted to talk.
No, but hold on. It's a say hello to Trisha Campbell. She got on. She's one of my clients. She is a supermodel and she's an Oprah Winfrey standing model.
So hi.
Hey, Trisha.
Look, you got it, girl. Oh my goodness. Burn it down right now. Burn it down. Yes. That's all I gotta say.
King, go talk, and then Brownie is you. After King is Brownie.
Actually, young Tef was trying to talk, but he's on mute.
Oh, Tef, that's my dog right there. Tef, get off of mute and talk real quick.
Go ahead, talk to him about it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Sorry I told you late. I was trying to figure out how to put the meeting ID number in it and shit. This is my first Zoom, so I never been on Zoom.
Me and you both, man. I feel like I was signing up for a car.
Yeah, y'all had to download the app and everything, but mind you, Penny told me to do this shit earlier. It blows my mind, but yo, Luck, I agree with a lot of everything that you were saying, man. But I do want to say, like, I feel like now more than ever, it's like I feel an urgency in the air with all of us. I mean, Black people, when I'm walking down the block in the hood now, I don't see niggas mean mugging each other no more. Niggas is asking each other, are they right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. The energy is different. The love is growing, yo. Like, the love for us, of us and each other, man. And it feels good. I hate the circumstances, but yo, it's a beautiful energy that
don't hate the
we're
circumstances.
sharing right
it's
now, yo.
It's growing
like,
pains. Don't hate the circumstances. It's growing pains. It's
long man. I do hate the circumstances. I'm always, because it's enough is enough. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm a writer. You know what I'm saying? I love to write. But I just, for the first time, and look, you're going to relate to this. For the first time in my life, in my artist career, I just wrote a whole song without writing it. I wasn't high. I wasn't drunk. You understand what I'm saying?
I can't relate to that motherfucker.
I turned the light off, and I said how I felt. And it was kind of like an out-of-body moment watching me speak the words as I was speaking, because it's like, I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I usually have to really, when I write things, I write with intention. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really like freestyling over tracks. I know a lot of artists be like, you know, oh, I could do that without writing or whatever. Like, I'm not one of them people, really. You know what I mean? But this time around, I couldn't think about it before I wrote it. Like, it was just like, you know, it just was right there. And after I recorded it and I heard the song back, I was like, nah.
That'd be awesome.
It was like, this is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like I had to put a hold on my music and do some real work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's consciousness.
Black Lives Matter is so deep, like y'all was saying and y'all was expressing, but it's like, none of that shit matters. None of that matters unless we really make this energy a reality and keep this momentum going, pushing forward past the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? That's when we gonna get our Wakanda. That's when we gonna get our motherfucking Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? Like, we entitled to that. And if we keep going the way that we going with each other and leading with love and leading with family purpose, ain't no telling what we gonna do. We might be able to overthrow this world. So he talking about America, but black is global. Black ain't just in America. It's motherfuckers dying every day that's black because of their skin all over this world.
Yep.
This is a United Nations problem. This is a global pandemic for real. Forget Corona. We've been having a pandemic beyond 400 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Like, they've been saying 400 years for the last 100 years. But whatever. You know, so I'm just really energized. I'm really fueled. I'm really hungry for knowledge, change. And I want to play a part and do something to help our people, you know what I'm saying, realize, like, we're not the problem. Yeah, we have just like in any household in your family, y'all got issues. But you want to know what? I could tell my little sister shut the fuck up and sit in the corner. You can't. You know
But
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
know, a lot of people are learning about the struggles of Black people now. They didn't even know. They learning because of this situation that happened. I have clients that would tell me, I didn't even know Black people went through all of that. I read it in a book of history, but I didn't know how bad it is. I didn't even know. A lot of them, they don't even know. So we are educating them to know. And I see a lot of the younger generation too. They are like, you know, debating with their parents because their parents are racist, and said it's more as a global where you see not everybody have the same agenda of, you know,
I have to jump in on that one. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm not buying this new awakening that a lot of white people are all of a sudden having this epiphany that they did not know that this existed.
Right.
They chose to not acknowledge that it existed because they directly benefited from it. It did not directly affect them. So, you know, while there are some people who may be somewhat oblivious to certain things, it is very much prevalent enough that they knew and they know exactly what is happening and what has been happening. So I have to, you know, just dispel to me personally, and that I think is also part of every one of our obligations, you know, especially those of us who are in, you know, certain industries and certain corporate environments, right, to be able to speak up for ourselves again. And going back to what I said, you know, being very comfortable, being uncomfortable, to let them know, you know, listen, like, this is not okay. We are not okay. But at the same time, I'm also not willing to carry another burden. Like, this is not my burden to educate you on what you should know and what you need to do. I understand if you want to be an ally, but just like we are, like some of you have already mentioned, do the research and then do the work, because it doesn't just start and end with us. Like you said, we all have to do it in order to be able to make a change.
Naja, and I love what you're saying. And this again, you know, this is something that we covered on the prayer line this morning, and I was explaining to them that yes, privilege has worked for certain people, and sometimes they might not have known what to do because this is a system that's been in place for a long time. What I want to tell you is, see, it's hard for us to identify who our enemy is, right? And an Italian woman broke it down to me one time. An Italian woman changed my life. She said, your enemy is not the white man. Your enemy is WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. These are people from the other side of the Caucasus Mountains. So then when you realize and you learn what's going on, and then you realize what happened in history, and this is all in your Bible. See, the thing about the Bible is not only—
Gotta read your word.
It's not a religious book. It's also a historic book. So a lot of the things that's in the Bible, when you line it up with history, it's on point, and it'll teach you things about it. So you got to understand exactly who your enemy is. It's not all white people. It is the people who were taught hate. Why were they taught hate?
Yo, can I add something to that?
Real quick, I just want to finish. They cavemen. They were the real cavemen. They were the real cannibals. They were the real people who were growing. And then the Jews are the ones who help usher in all of the things that's happened right now. See, what happened was we separated Africa from the people of this. When you go back to Cain and Abel, Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, man.
It all started,
I'm telling you, it started with Cain and Abel, because when they came in there and Noah was drunk and Noah was on the ground, his son came in there and it said he knew his father. Now, you know, in the Bible, it say you knew somebody. Okay, y'all go do y'all research. Yourself approved, but he saw his father in an inappropriate light. And according to the Bible, he was cursed into the Caucasus Mountains with leprosy. What does leprosy do? Besides the fact that you're in the Caucasus Mountain, you're not getting no sun, you're deprived of all of that, so your skin is going to get whiter. And that's where the complexion came from, and that's where the eye color came in from. You understand what I'm saying? So then, when you curse with leprosy, it eats away at your features and things of that nature. And that's how you got your brothers and sisters today. So don't get it fucked up. We all brothers and sisters. The white people, the Asian people, I could tell you your whole full history on how everybody was created and why everybody is the way they is today, because a bitch be studying. So when it comes time, if you knew who you were and your identity, you don't see. Let me tell y'all something. You want to know the worst thing that happened to us in America? You're going to be mad at me. You're going to be mad at me. You probably hang up on me right now. You know the worst thing that happened? I love him to death. Martin Luther King. Why?
Yeah.
Non-violent.
Why? No, fuck non-violent. Integration is the worst thing that could have happened to us. For us to fight for equal rights subconsciously is saying that you're already better than me. Then I'm gonna fight for your education, but I'm gonna complain to my oppressor about what they are teaching me. We're not educating ourselves. We're not educating our children. So therefore, we are creating this disparities, whether we realize it or not. We are victims to a systematic racist system, but at the same time, we play just enough role in it as well. Because the Asians come here, these motherfuckers don't march for no goddamn rights. All the other nationalities that come here to this country, they don't do what we do. And of course, we've been caught up in these things. But because of Willie Lynch, we don't have no support for each other. We don't respect each other. We are taught this thing. And then hip hop has torn our communities apart, whether we want to admit it or not. Everybody posting this video and they going black, 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 black. I'm black. My rims are black. But guess what he says? Riding with my black bitch. Even in a song about us being oppressed, women are still I'm going on mute, y'all. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm here. I'm just telling y'all. I can send y'all videos. I can send y'all links. I can show y'all everything that's going on. All you have to do, the Bible says, to study, to show thyself approved. A lot of human beings, we come in the game and we only take the information that is given to us. We don't go to the 1600s. The 1600s is the most powerful time in our Earth's history. Why? Because the 1600s changed everything. They're the ones who came up with the term lesbian, Caucasian. The term white man was never used before the 1600s. Why is the term white man used? Well, because in America, before we even knew it, you were allowed to vote if you owned land. But black people own land. We were free. They're not going to tell you all of that. We were free before all of this shit. But they said, hey, wait a minute. For us to win and for us to be able to control the vote, we have to do da. So then what do? They come up with the term white man. Anything that I tell y'all, y'all can go research. Everything is there for you.
No, it's true.
So for us to be like, yeah, racism is in play. But at the same time, at a certain point, we got to take responsibility for not taking control of our own community. The Jewish dollar goes through their community 27 times before it leaves. It does not go through our community one time. Not one time. So before we go telling the white man to treat us equally, before we go telling the white man what they got to do for us, we need to look at each other economically, support each other, keep our dollar in our community. Stop buying all this fucking Gucci. Stop buying all this. And support our neighborhoods because economics run the world. So we could go here and we can march on everything. Like I've been telling everybody, like, yo, man, don't sit here and blame Trump. You want to get police reform, you go to your senator's house. You go to your congressman's house. Your local.
Yes.
That's
a lot of them can't say nothing because they don't vote.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people don't even take those ideas. They don't take it because they be like, oh, I don't vote. I don't this, I don't this, I don't that. Well, you're not going to the polls in any of the elections so that you can change what type of voice is being presented to you at a higher level. So that's the pisses me off.
Running, period. Exactly. Get in the running, period. I'm on mute.
Listen, I love your passion. I love the passion, the energy, and like you said, I think it's just, you know, we have to continue to educate ourselves. You know, you're speaking from your viewpoints based off of all the knowledge that you have attained, and like you said, we all have a responsibility to do just that, to educate ourselves, to figure out, you know, it's we want our voices heard, but at the same time, we need to be able to consistently take action, right? And like you said, it starts from all of us. Yeah, it starts from all of us
We got
doing
4, 8, 12, 16, 17, and we got 18 women in here who are strong and powerful. I'm so proud of all of y'all starting your own business, everything. You're strong females, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're straight, gay, bisexual, slide in my DM. What I'm telling you, bottom line, I'm proud of all of y'all because y'all all have something, and all educated women. We all need to support each other in this whole thing that we're doing. I love how now with the devil meant for evil, God to make good, you have all of these people and they're like, well, we need to support Black business. About goddamn time. Shit. About goddamn time. Shit. Yo, let me tell you, before I go on mute, let me tell you about my people. Let me tell you something that disgusted me. So I had a friend when screen print and t-shirts first came out. They were very popular, right? They were screen print and t-shirts, and they had Jim Jones on them, and they had all of the rappers on them, you know what I'm saying? Very popular, right? My homeboy lived in the projects. He tried to sell it to everybody in the projects for $10, $15. He had the machine. Barely sold any. He sold the shirts for the price he wanted, $10, $15 to the Arabs. The Arabs sold the shirts for $40. Everybody in the projects had one. Everybody. And my man sat there. We sitting there smoking. He said, look at this shit. The same motherfuckers who went and buy the shirt from me for half the price that they selling it for will go and make somebody else rich. I'm not mad at quarantine because now we can't go give Young Lee and all of them people money for y'all to give all of these poisons in your body anyway for us to go get our nails done and our feet done, and all you doing, y'all doing it. And I seen some nice nails on here, but all of that poison.
They supporting Black businesses. My quarantine lady, she's Black. I support her. Okay.
We better talk about it because what we do is what they do is it be right. Them in one apartment. And then they all keep building up their money, saving up their money, and then the next one leave, and she go open her shop, and then somebody else come here, and then they go through the same cycle all over again. We don't do that. We don't help each other. You know how many of my brothers and sisters won't help me with nothing? I'm on mute. I'm gonna shut up. I'm on mute.
No, but
I help you. What you need?
Tell the truth. Black girls talk.
People gotta speak up if they want help now. What you need?
No, but this is why we created Black Girls Talk. This is why. So we can all help. Everybody got skills in here. Everybody. That's why we created Black Girls Talk. Brownie, you ready to talk quick before you get
Right, I know, right? I done lost my damn. I had so many thoughts, but two things I wanted to touch on. One is something Saida was saying about good cops and bad cops. The problem, and what Saida was saying as well, about institutional racism. So even if you are a quote unquote good cop, you know, you're not beating up people, or maybe you're actually helping people in the community, you still can't snitch on what the other cops are doing. You still not, or the cops that have, we've seen what happened to them. Their brothers don't have their back. They set themselves up to get hurt or killed or lose their jobs because they're not going along with the system. So it's bigger than just that individual level. And that's why some people really say there are no good cops. And that's where that attitude comes from. Even if you're not actively oppressing, your silence. And your silence is oppression.
Brownie, no, baby, let me tell you where the police came from. The police came from, first of all, the reason why it's even illegal for us to congregate is because back during the times of slavery, before when it was called gospel, we had to hide our messages in gospel, which was God's spell. And we had so many uprisings because what would happen is we would stand together. Now, I smoke a little bit of weed, so excuse me if I forget. It's only so much RAM that God gave me. But there's an uprising that you could go research on your own. Whereas, like at the time, the Spanish owned Florida. The Spaniards were running Florida, and if we crossed that border, that we were free and we could be on their side. So there was one revolution, and excuse me because of the marijuana. There's one revolution that happened, and we killed over 300 white people. And we went down there, and they killed us 50 miles before we got to the border. We was almost there, but they made sure they got our asses. And ever since then, since slavery, it's been illegal for us to congregate on the corner. So in 2020, if more than 3 of us is on the corner, of course it is for them to come lock us up because it's been illegal since slavery. A lot of people don't understand and realize the laws that they have in act right now is from slavery. So when you talk about the police inequality, baby, they only overseers. You heard KRS say overseers. The officers, police department was only provided. They was only created to protect people. That's why they were created, especially during slavery. Man, y'all better go. I'm on mute.
Yeah.
Okay, the second thing I want to say.
Okay, go ahead, Ronnie.
This is done on purpose. This is why they were created. Police weren't created to protect and serve and all that other bullshit that's on the side of the card. No, they were here to protect and serve the people who paying them.
Absolutely, it's by design. Everything is by design. This was supposed to be this. It's not that this is broken. The system is working as it was designed to work. The second thing that I wanted to say is another point that Luck had as far as Trump making this change in kind of subvert way. I remember when he got elected and the next day my white coworkers were bawling their eyes out. I spent the whole day consoling white people, crying, distraught, making themselves sick because this man got elected. I've never seen a reaction like that. Right. It was ridiculous, their reaction to him becoming president. And I was trying to comfort them, whatever. I didn't really know what the fuck to say, but I'm like, you know what, maybe something will come of this. You gotta be, like, I'm like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't make yourself sick over it. Fast forward to exactly what Luck said. Now you have him, so many people are opposed to him in general, hate his guts so much. That you have something like the kids in cages situation, which is not new, that's associated with him and has caused such anger on all levels of society that this is a terrible thing that needs to be fixed. It's always been, this is decades and decades of this, like Luck said. So hopefully, if we can have some type of, I have friends, associates, social media associates, I've never heard them say a peep. We've had these instances on camera before. So it's not like they haven't seen this before. They've known about the way police brutality and racism, whether they chose to admit it, didn't want to do anything about it, whatever, apathetic, couldn't care less, or they're benefiting from the system. But for whatever reason, now those same people are spreading this message. They're donating their money, they're donating their time, they're protesting. So it's a change that's come out of it.
King, you better talk quick before you get cut off. King.
Hi.
They basically took everything that I wanted to say out of my mouth. Everybody is on point. I'm feeling everything that everyone is saying. I have to admit that things do have to change. Laws need to be changed. And I see Lady Luck has a visitor.
Yeah, her mom problem.
Mama Luck!
Y'all got computers?
Hey, how y'all doing? Look at all the queens in the house.
Hey, all the melanin queens.
Yes.
And I just want to tell y'all that my mother, she promoted Sugar Hill Gang and the Sugar Hill Records. That's my family. They're the first rap label to ever come out. My mother
What's up, Mama OG? How you doing?
The record everywhere. And ladies, hold up, we're not done. We're about to do her movie. We just signed a contract. We're about to do my mother's movie.
Congratulations.
Queen right here, okay?
I need to be on wardrobe.
No, Kalia needed to do wardrobe. No, I told y'all this is
have a role,
everybody in the backyard. I keep putting y'all on mute and cursing them out because they keep coming in and out. But no. So, Mom, this is a call with all these powerful women. They do everything
Look
from
how
hair.
pretty they are, Chanel.
Stop putting up. They do everything.
Everybody from hair, from production, from stylists, from PR, from rappers, from fitness,
writers.
I thought you were making other drinks.
From singers, from eyelashes. You need your eyelash, your black one. We got Sahida.
Black girl magic, baby. Stop yelling.
Everybody do everything in here. Okay, so Tiff, you have any anything? No, Patricia, you have anything to say? Because you've been quiet. Ms. Jordan, you've been quiet. We trying to hear something from you.
Well, you said Patricia. I thought it was somebody else on the line.
Oh, I thought you were talking Campbell. But go ahead.
I was talking about Campbell. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi guys. So this has been so informative, and Lady Luck, I mean, wow. You you have so much wisdom to give everybody. Because I'm Jamaican, and in Jamaica, I mean, you know, we know of Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, and I'm a descendant of Marcus Garvey. He was my great 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 grand uncle. So, you know,
Wow.
he
I'm writing
taught
a movie
about.
about him. We need to talk. I'm writing a movie about him. We need to talk. I'm going to DM you. Please put
Okay.
Connections, I like that.
Yeah.
Connections.
Please put your Instagram in the chat. I don't mean
I will. And I am Trisha Campbell.
But Trisha
You know-
Campbell. Oh, sis, we're going to get it. All right, let me be
Yes.
quiet.
What he taught was that we are powerful people and we need to own our own. And that's what I think is missing nowadays. And as everybody said, that we don't, you know,
Support each other.
right, support each other. And I think that really have to change, because my white counterparts, I mean, they'll start the same business as you and their product is not even as good as yours, and they turn around making so much money in such a little bit of time, because what?
Yep.
They all support each other and we tear each other down. So that have to stop. I know that all come from slavery. Everything goes back to slavery. But now is a new day. I see everybody out, all different skin colors, out protesting. And as I say, things have to get burned down. Things have to get, there's casualties in wars. So we have to understand that part too, because if we just walk and protest every day, nothing will ever change. So I just want to see everybody as Marcus Garvey, you know, just be independent, be creative. Now is the time to be creative. Now is not the time to be like, oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen, whatever. God is writing the checks. No matter what industry you are, believe it. God is sending in the checks. Everything that you see that is going on, as Lady Luck said, it's in the Bible. And if you're on your knees and you're praying every day, believe and trust, you will be okay.
Amen.
Thank you, Trisha.
Amen.
Now, Miss Bunny, you can talk real quick.
And I want us to say too, I think it's also, like we said, we already know that the system has been rigged against us. And while I am 100% an advocate of us supporting one another, again, us, you know, reaching out, and for those of us who have been able to start our own businesses or have been successful, you know, climbing up the rankings in corporate America or whatever it is that you do, you know, those who are artists, right? You know, it is an obligation, and going back to what you said, whatever your religious beliefs are, but our blessings are not ours to keep, right? And we know that. And so we have to take ownership also in making sure that we are constantly reaching out and giving back to our communities and helping those who are coming after us. You know, every generation, that's what it's always been about, is trying to improve things for the next generation. And I think that we can do a much better job from what I see. Again, I'm personally, you know, a huge advocate for philanthropy. I've been doing a lot of community service for most of my life. And I do feel like I am one of the fortunate ones. You know, I have been able to, from a very early age, you know, my dad had always planted this, and my mom, you know, they grew up in different generations, but my father was much older, and he was only second generation freed slave. You know, he was born in 1930. His dad was lynched when he was around 13 years old. So this has been woven into the fabric of who I am from the beginning. You know, I was made aware of what my Blackness meant to the outside world. You know, and one of the things that he always instills in myself and my sister and the rest of my siblings is that, you know, you need to continue to educate yourself and to be the best that you possibly can be at whatever you decide to do. The one thing that no one will ever be able to take away from you is your intelligence. You know, right. And a lot of the way the system is designed was also for us to not be aware. Now we are fully aware. We have more information at our disposal than ever before. But again, we have to take advantage of the information we have and then figure out how to utilize that in order to propel us to the next level.
Without a plan, you plan to fail. You could get all the information in the world, but without a plan, you plan to fail. A lot of people are not planning either. They're getting this information. The information could be at your fingertips. As much research, you can have all that information from the research that you do, or even from their upbringing, or for somebody who. But if there's nothing in place after we burn down, then what?
Absolutely.
You know, after we take away any of the principalities that are ruling this world, then what? You know, and then we can't even get together. The separation is more than just a physical divide or a financial divide. There's also a spiritual divide on a lot of us. Some of us can't vibrate higher than our anger.
You better pray.
Some of us can't vibrate any higher than our anger. Some of us can only vibrate in a space that clashes with others and causes division, where we need more people that can vibrate a lot higher from the place of love and freedom.
Hey, what if I told you that the whole race thing to separate people was created? What if I tell you there's bad black people, there's bad white people, there's good
Correct.
Like, you're not supposed to hate. Like, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all probably remember. Let me tell you why you can't hate your white counterparts, right? Do y'all remember when Meghan Markle was getting married to Prince Harry?
Yeah.
Y'all remember the controversy? There was a white woman, there was a white duchess who came to like the engagement party, and she had a black man on her. She wore a black pendant. Do y'all remember that? And you can look the article up when I'm done. She came with a black pendant, and he had gold. So it was pitch black, and he had gold around him. Do y'all remember that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The world slaughtered her. Oh, she's racist. She's this, she's that. You know what I saw? A white woman paying homage. Why? Because the Moors were the ones who helped them civilize themselves.
Right.
That these Caucasians from Europe is nothing but your younger brothers and sisters that you gave power to. Because before then, they were living in caves. We taught them how to stand up straight. The bubonic plague was created because they used to shit in buckets and throw it out the window. They were
That's right.
That's why to this day, some of them still smell like bologna and wet pennies because they were so fucking
willing to come from the
disgusting.
Bronx.
No.
Say wet pennies.
Read it. I'm not reading this. Hold on. I'm not reading this from no conspiracy theory. I'm not. No. A bitch be studying. So,
Yes.
So, and I don't say bitch because I don't like nobody else calling me a bitch. You know, a bitch. But here's the thing. I'm so damn confused like the rest of us. But what happened was the woman, the Duchess, I forgot her name, she was paying homage to say you're home. Because a lot of people don't understand and realize we don't go to museums that much. But if you go to the museums in Europe, there are displays that will show you how the Moors came to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Civilize them. So then, of course, they'll turn around and be like, oh, we went around the world and colonized everybody, but we taught them everything they know.
That's also in the VMFA in Virginia. You can actually see the history of that as well.
And if you really want to know what happened, I mean, I'm going to just tell y'all right quick, if you want to go according to the Bible, this is our payment. Because what happened was, if you read the Bible, it will tell you how God's people will be lost for 2,000 years because he gave us everything. God gave us everything. And we turned our backs on him. We were upset. So then what happened is we lost it. We're at the end of that 2,000 years now. And that's why we're waking it up. So now everybody's like, oh, George Floyd got killed and we're waking up. Fuck out of here. It's deeper than that. You guys got to understand and realize that, of course, from what you're seeing. Yes. Oh, Corona, we staying at home. Guys, I'm going on mute. I'm going. Why y'all want to talk about some shallow shit like hip hop and bitches tonight? Like, you don't want to get somebody like me started. I gotta hang up with y'all in a couple minutes. Y'all don't want to get somebody like me started, because what I would do is encourage you to not watch your news media, to not watch anything that anybody else tell you. If anything, the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. Yep. Now, a lot of Christians take that as just study the word. No.
Nope.
Girl. I went to the Church of Scientology. I went to Santeria. I had a bath. I let the Jehovah's Witness come in my house. I sit with Jews. I got a Jewish man on my couch right now. I done sat down with the Muslims. I done sat down with everybody and say, show me what you're doing.
That's right.
Show me what you're doing. Oh, yeah, is it that way? Because then I get to go back to see what I'm doing. And I realize, even with Buddha, you would think, my mother think I'm confused. Why she think I'm confused? Because in my room, I have a shrine. I got Buddha. He got on Chango beads, if you know anything about Santeria. He got on the God David, which is also the Merkaba. He got on the cross. You know, and you sit there, you go, okay, you confused. No. This right here is all light. These are all people who are telling you to go find light, because at the end of the day, everybody's saying the same thing. If you go to Manhattan right now where Kalia is at, you drive down the street, there's about 5 million restaurants. Everybody cooking chicken. They just cooking it differently. Whether you're gonna fry it, whether you're gonna make it curry, whether you're gonna make it, it's all different. You get what I'm saying? I'm going on mute. But what I simply tell you is, bottom. If I have one message before, if I could say anything to my melanin queens, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of. Study, research what they tell you. Don't take it for face value. Don't look at the news and be like, oh, they right. No, even the music that they use, even the tone of voice that they use, they all selling fear to you. They're selling fear. Selling fear is just like selling religion. It's just like selling water. It's just like, it's all for sale. And I need you ladies to step outside of the box and realize what's going on. It's bigger than the spacesuit that you in. Because this is nothing but your spacesuit. We are aliens. We are here. If you really think about it, we are on the rock floating in the middle of nowhere. This is our spacesuit that we're in. So I need y'all to realize that it's bigger than that. They only created race to separate people so that certain people can stay in control of what's really going on. If I separate gays and straights, if I separate whites and blacks, if I separate short and tall, if I separate light skin and dark skin, all of y'all are separated like the Tower of Babel. No one could come for me. I'm going on mute. I'm gonna let y'all finish.
Patricia, I say Patricia. Jordan, say something real quick because I know you gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, I just think a topic like this is a little sensitive. I mean, we would agree to disagree. There's a few things that I'm just listening to that it's everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think one of the things sometimes that people miss or people of color miss is that we sit here, you know, we discuss certain things that, you know, should be one way, should go this way, absolutely. But as soon as something happens, the same exact things that we're telling ourselves or telling other people that we should do, we do the very opposite of it. We do the very opposite. The first thing we look to do when we turn around, where, you know, if it's a black person say something that people may, you know, misconstrue, like the young lady who kept talking just now, like certain things that she's saying, if you're not really listening to what she's saying to you, you can take offense to what she's saying to you. But she is educating. But if the right person is not listening to what she's saying, they can misconstrue what she's saying and make it into something else and criticize her and make it seem like she's saying something that she's not saying. So I think one thing is that, yes, educating, but it's also, you know, sometimes it absolutely starts from home when it comes with, you know, the way that we, you know, bring up our kids to comprehend words, because words are so important. You got to be able to have our kids comprehend words. The moment a black person says something that our own black people think that's incorrect or not to their standards, they will turn around and criticize the same exact person because they don't understand the wording. So this is just more of, you know, listening and paying attention to what you guys are saying. But again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You just really got to pay attention to the deeper rooted things of what, you know, is actually being said right now.
I think the reality is that we're all saying a lot of the same thing in different ways, right? You know, there is
absolutely right. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but everything I spoke on this phone today and anything I spoke on the Zoom is facts. And anything sometimes it ruffles people's feathers. But if you go and do the research, like the Bible says, study to show yourself approved. I did not have not one opinion on here. Anything that I studied, anything I said to you is all strictly facts, because I've studied everything from why they separated the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost and the Aryans, and why they made Hitler a scapegoat. Sis, I did not say nothing on this phone that I have not researched and studied. My opinion would be who's a prettier woman. You know what I'm saying? My opinion would be what's a better car. Anything that I've said on this phone and on this line for the last hour and a half, you could go research for yourself and you could pull it up. It is not an opinion.
Well, I think that's a prime example of what I just said. It's all about wording and how people take out of context of what people are saying. Because I understand what you're saying. I didn't say I didn't understand what you're saying, but just based on one wording that I said, you know, somewhere along the conversation, you interpret it into your own thing. So again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion when it comes to certain things. You have to pay attention to words. Like, you have to go deeper than just saying, oh, it's a fact, it's this, is this, is this, is this. Just pay attention to the wording and what people are saying, because nothing that I said that you were incorrect.
Zena, I know you have to leave because you got to go to work, right?
Yes. I want to say two things. One, I've said this more than once. You can bring a horse to the lake, but you can't force him to drink, right? And at some point, even though you can trust that horse to drink, that horse is going to get thirsty, and at some point is going to drink that water. I want to say, when it comes to our people or anybody, I think that we need to learn to have more patience with people. When it comes to people being open to information, everybody doesn't learn the same.
Yeah, you can't give and not receive. Absolutely.
And I think it's great that clarity is provided, because some people can reply to something that you say and not execute it in a way that can be clear, where you're just asking for clarity, and it causes confrontation and problems in communication, which communication is a huge thing, and everybody's level of communication is something that has to be learned. You have to want to learn how to be a better communicator and also be a better learner. So when Luck was saying research, I'm very adamant about researching, and everything that she says, I know it's facts because I've also researched myself. And I continue to research, because I'm not interested in watching the news like that, because that's also a controlled outlet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they went and they broke into CNN, and they had those police out there, because people are tired of them feeding them not the truth. But this is where it's a catch-22, because you can't point the finger at who's not giving you the information when you're not willing to learn on your own. Mm-hmm. So I just said all that to say, to have patience with people. Just know that we all are growing, and we all learn at different paces, and be okay with someone not ready to receive the information that you may have. And they may not be meant to get it at that time. There may be another lesson, another season that they need before they can receive. So that's what I just want to say to everybody. Just have patience and research, just like Luck said.
King, I know you. This is our last. We're actually about to leave right now. Zena got to go to work. Ms. Jordan has to go. She has a session. So thank you, ladies, for coming. King, I just want to hear your last thoughts for tonight, and then
my last thoughts would be to definitely tell everybody to research. I think Lady Luck was on point with all of the things she said. Is basically the things that I researched myself. So I would like to actually get involved with her church, online church. I don't know how to look for the but I just left you a message on your page on Instagram, so I can get better acquainted with that situation. We need to support each other, no matter what we think is right or wrong, or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, we do all need to do some research on our history, on our background. I pray that everybody get some enlightenment in their life, whatever it may be, and we can all actually get things done, change these laws, apply these things to our real life, because we can talk about it all day, but if we don't apply it, it's for nothing. So it'll be in vain. And I really appreciate the fact that you have this platform for people to speak their mind, whether we agree to disagree or whatever. And I love all my Black sisters. I love everybody. I'm not a racist at all. I don't have a particular party that I'm voting for at the moment. What she did say about Trump, I believe is true. Even if he's not for everything that we might want, we need to utilize him for what he can do. And she made some very good points. Everybody made very good points, and I appreciate everyone's input. Thank you.
Tiff, your last thought, and then you can play your music, because I know we gotta go. Tiff, I don't know where she at. We'll come back. Sahida. Oh, okay. So where you at? Come on, say your last thoughts.
I'm trying to
this was
what's going on here?
He's trying to fix it. Well,
yeah.
Okay, you got it? Hurry up and play that music real quick.
Okay, I got you. I think I got it now.
Because we gotta go.
Okay. Well, now I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for inviting me on, ladies. You all sounded beautiful. I learned a lot from all of you tonight. I'm definitely inspired, and I would love to link with all of you on a different time, at a different time, and push the message forward and things like that. I'm trying to get this music to play, but I'm not getting no luck right now. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
I'm in the car. I came in the car
when you
specifically for this
get
reason.
it done, we are here. Brownie, your
Okay.
last thought?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Penny, for taking time for all of us to come together to speak on this topic specifically. The more that we talk about it, now we've been talking about education, research, but I'm sure there's a lot of things that other people picked up from others on this call, even though, as someone else said, it does feel like at times they were preaching to the choir. I know that for me personally, it's encouraging and motivating just to hear other Black women talk about these things and other people in the same space, because not everyone is as enlightened or knowledgeable as us on this call. So it's nice to be around people of one mind. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Sheena, your last thought, sweetie?
I believe that, you know, everyone basically had really good points, as well as one key moniker that needs to stick with everyone is research. You know, really learn about who you are, your own identity as well, because that plays a role. Knowing exactly who you are can also, it's not necessarily say, oh, my parents, I didn't know my parents, or my parents didn't teach me or anything. Take your education into your own hands and know who you are. Start reading more. Start really researching more. Start traveling more. America is not it. It's not it. There's so many other places to go and learn about the people that are in the news, that are supposedly against us, that are supposedly, because I consider myself a human being. I am not somebody, yes, I have a cultura that's you know, Latina and Black or whatever they want to call it, because we call ourselves Black anyway. But we also understand that we are the human race, because we have every shade and color in our family. We have every economic status in our family. But we also know the history of our family. We know what line was never enslaved. We know what line was also, but not everybody has that information in their family. So you take it upon yourself to be able to find that information. Ancestry.com may not be it. I'm gonna be honest, that's not it. Do some other research outside of Ancestry.com or African ancestry. Everybody did not come from Africa, so to speak, like they say. This world was one body landmass at one point in time, and then it broke apart. But all these places were inhabited, and we come from a rich race of human race, and a lot of people are not understanding that. And that's where the levels start to change. So if we can just research in many different languages, we got Google Translate now, translate it if you can't understand it and you find it in another language, but make sure that you are doing as much research as possible. Instead of looking at a twerk video or TikTok or something, okay, tonight I'm gonna look at this. Instead of, if you were like, oh, well, maybe I do a lot of press releases, but if I gotta do a press release and I know I'm done with a press release and I have a little bit of time extra over, okay, I'm gonna use this time to learn more about the human race. So, and how I can plan forward so that when it all breaks down, then I can be a part of the buildup.
Amen.
I think that this song that I have deserves a press release, and it needs one.
Can you hurry up?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, ready. Here we go.
I'm still waiting. Ain't moving.
What's the password?
Did you say, Lady Luck, your final words? Did you say that? Did I miss that?
No, not yet. I know you gotta go. I'm waiting for Tiff to do her last thing.
Yeah, I cursed out so many kids.
In the days that followed, public outreach
Oh yeah, Young Chef. Shout out to Young Chef. I heard this shit. I heard this fire.
I just wanna leave. Dark roses. I just wanna leave.
I just wanna live.
Dark roses.
I just wanna live. I can't breathe, but I just wanna live. I just wanna live.
I'm gonna send everybody her song on their DM so everybody can get access to the whole thing.
Seeing my people killed by the police, and that cop wore a smirk while he killed George. And they question what we in the streets. Why them for? We had enough. We tired. Time to go to war. Cause they don't understand what Martin with the march for. Tears of black mother shedding on a cold floor. Hood to hood, we be 100, so we all more. And you can feel it in the air. The line has been drawn. People get prepared. The time is getting dark. The intentions are clear. We're targeting them up. No time to be scared. Let's go. Cause if you love yourself, then you love your people. No, these folks love money, so they evil. So by any means necessary, guard your people. R.I.P. Malcolm X. So we need you.
All right, Tiff. That was a dope. Yeah, I gotta make sure you guys gotta make sure you guys just get this. Y'all gotta get this. Tiff is amazing.
I just wanna live.
She just wanna live. Naya, say your last words.
My final thing is that I think everyone has made some really good some really good points. I think that it is up to each one of us to continue to educate ourselves. And like I said, even information sharing, like I know my immediate sister circle and friends, we share a lot of information, things that we come across, articles, ways to think about how we can move forward and how we each can play a role. Not every one of us is able to get out there and march for various reasons, whether health reasons or physical reasons or whatever the case may be. But what can we do? What are some tangible things that we can very much do in order to continue to move the needle forward, right? And that's really where we are. We understand that there is a sense of urgency and that we cannot take our foot off of the gas. And while everything that's happening around us, it becomes very overwhelming and it's easy for us to feel defeated, we can't. So, my final thoughts is just for us to continue, like you said, to have these conversations, but expand the conversations outside of just, this group and outside of, again, our immediate friends and family, being able to get the message out to those who really need to hear it, the people, that we may work with or associate with, do business with, whatever it is, get them involved. And again, start to really outline some action steps that we can have, some direction on how we are going to proceed.
Casey, your last thoughts? Tonight you was quiet. You got it on mute.
Kalia wanted me to talk my shit. That's her problem.
You got it on mute. Unmute it. Okay, I'll mute you.
Hit it again, sis. Hit it again. You hit it too. You hit it too.
I'm unmuted.
There we go, baby.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hallelujah. I am grateful that I learned a lot. I knew a lot of this stuff, but it's good to hear it again and just refresh, because you get lost listening to the news and forget, what you've been taught. Luck, I see you in a whole new light. I knew you this way, but not like this. So I thank you for the teaching. I thank you for it. Not really grateful. Lady Luck, y'all better come on my radio show any Monday that you guys are available. I love you all. And to the young lady, that's Marcus Garvey's grandniece. I actually got to style in Marcus Garvey's plantation in Jamaica. So that was an honor and privilege. I would like to talk to you and invite you. Everybody's invited to the show. So let's all stay connected. Stay safe, everybody, okay?
Yes, this was awesome, guys. I learned so much too, definitely. Love y'all. Thanks for
Thank you for coming, Trisha.
Yes, Aida, thanks for inviting me.
Now, hold up. I'm cutting y'all off. I know that's one of the rules. But first of all, can you say happy birthday to my dad?
Oh, happy birthday.